If you could call that number, Tim will be there to help you.
If I could save a life, I'd do it.
Later tonight at Tim's house.
High five. That was good. I love that one. If we were ever monetized, that would take it away right there.
Oh, Jesus.
So now Kevin's got a couple bleeps to put into this episode.
Oh, my God, dude. That was good.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year. We haven't even started the show, so
Yeah.
what are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
We're just chit-chatting.
What are we doing?
Jesus Christ, dude.
What are we doing?
Jesus.
What are we doing?
That Downsy energy's kicking in, bud. Jesus.
Welcome to the show. It's the SKIDS Podcast. I'm Shane Kopke. Tim's a whiny bitch.
That's me.
There's Tim Gage and Kevin McNichols, who can't figure out if he can spare some time in the afternoon on a Wednesday.
It all depends.
It doesn't depend. You fucking be here, motherfucker.
I lead a busy life, Shane.
You don't lead a busy life.
Yes,
Stop
I do.
It. You procrastinate.
I don't just go home and sit on my ass.
You do.
No, I don't.
You do.
You don't come to. You don't know what I do.
See, here's that time where we put the ad in,
Yeah.
where Kevin's fucking freaking out and spit's flying out
Right
of
at
his
the beginning of the fucking
jowls.
show.
You look like a. What are those?
We come back and someone's got a black eye and tears.
What are those? Are they bull mastiffs? The giant ones with the fucking crazy
Oh yeah,
jowls?
the big lips.
Is it bull mastiffs or what is the other one?
Mastiffs, yeah.
It's a type of mastiff. The one that goes out in the snow with the fucking
Oh,
alcohol.
St. Bernard.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of like a
Saint
St. Bernard
Bernard.
there.
That's
what-
Cujo. Was a St. Bernard.
Cujo
wasn't
was a Saint Bernard. Yeah, I think.
Never seen Cujo.
he? Neither have I, but I know the dog's a Cujo.
I would have thought Cujo would have been more of a German Shepherd.
Yeah, it'd be a bit more frightful. I mean,
Yeah.
because St. Bernards
Or
really never looked that
A
frightful.
Doberman, but Dobermans all look the same.
Yeah.
That's the problem with
They
Dobermans.
look mean as fuck no
They
matter
do,
what.
but they all look the same. They all look like NPC characters in a game.
Yeah, the villain.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But they all look like the same fucking
Yeah.
one. Like at least a German Shepherd, you'd be like, all right, that one looks different than that one.
Yeah, you can tell different, more characteristic traits. Well, that's because of the markings.
Yeah.
You know, Doberman pictures
Dobermans,
pretty much
and
have
they
the
all
same
have the
markings.
exact
Well,
same
and another
markings.
thing with Dobermans, you always expect to see them at junkyards and things
Yeah.
like that.
Well,
or military bases protecting,
military
protecting the
bases.
villain's lair.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. The villain's
Uh-huh.
lair.
They always have trained Dobermans.
What
Always.
What were we going to talk about on the show?
Snakes and planes.
Snakes and planes.
Oh.
Remember, Samuel L. Jackson just made a new movie called Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah, it's brand new.
If you're just tuning in,
To our show from 2000, whatever year that
Yeah.
was.
that with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Happy New Year, everybody. This is the New Year show
So
with the Skids.
podcast.
Every time Kevin talks, I'm going to say something.
Check it out.
Kevin is now an alarm, a really annoying alarm.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
T-Mobile is now going to charge $500 fines to people for hate speech in their text messages.
Oh my fucking god! You got to be.
They can't
Starting
do that.
in January. Starting
how
in
the hell will they
January.
get away with that? That's an infringement of people's privacy.
That's what you would think, but apparently they're putting it into their terms of service January 1st.
Oh, they're going to lose so much.
I would
And,
just leave.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're
yeah.
just going to lose their customers.
Well, because another thing that's fucked up is how do you define hate speech?
yeah, there's no
They
way.
define it. You
any
define
way
it.
they
There's
want.
no
Yes, you define
fucking
it the way
way.
you want to that month
look it up.
because that's how fucking things
It's
are working.
whatever they deem.
I think
hateful.
I think North Korea made this one up too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. T-Mobile. I gotta Google that.
Yeah,
'cause-
I was just listening to a video today about it.
Oh yes, I was
Oh,
listening
okay.
to a
Or
video.
watching.
Okay.
You're
Watching,
an-
listening.
You're an
whatever.
idiot.
That explains it.
tired.
All right, never mind.
Okay, moron.
I was
What
gonna
other-
Google it, but I don't need to.
No, Google it.
I was reading an audiobook.
Yeah,
It's Kevin
but
listening to his
they're
conspiracy
claiming.
channels.
But they're claiming that they're up to like $500
Return of the Frog's
fines.
gay.
So up to $500 fines. They're going to. That means they're going to
Like,
be
who are
reading
they
people's text
finding, though?
messages.
I mean, who are they going to find? The actual customer?
The
or
customer.
No,
Yeah, they
there's
can't
no
do that.
way. There's no
That's
way.
again. That's what they're claiming they're going to do January 1st.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's a PR stunt.
PR stunt.
It's
They
not
had
gonna-
to chase away their customers.
It's not going to happen. The amount of lawsuits,
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're going to.
the amount, the class action lawsuit that would go against them.
Big Tech's been doing this kind of stuff, I mean, like nobody did shit about it.
Big Tex, like it's a big fat dude with like a cowboy hat on.
Yeah,
Big Tex. Big Tex is over there. Him and his 6 guns. Pew, 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 pew.
This is the actual T-Mobile website. T-Mobile quietly updating their TOS to include fines for content they don't agree with.
Yes, there it is.
Again, that is going to be. There's
What
no way that.
the
First off,
fuck, dude.
First
There's
off,
no way.
Tim, you know why they can't do that? Because cell phones are what they're considered. Isn't it public commodity at this point?
I'm not sure if it would.
Well,
fall
I know
under
that I know
though.
that AT&T, when it was a fucking telephone company, was a public commodity. That means that they cannot offer better service or less service to somebody based on where they live or who they liked and who they didn't like.
And that
They
would
couldn't-
make sense.
So this is going to be part of that. There's no fucking way.
Well, the downside with this is that because of the way
Okay,
that
they're-
the
they're-
big tech
they're-
and the establishment has been doing things with when it comes to censorship and
They're
that sort
saying
of thing.
it's for only for merchandisers.
Merchandisers?
Yeah, so people that use their.
Oh, so Kevin didn't read any of it?
Yeah, it's for
Oh,
it's for
okay.
companies. That
I
use
told you
their-
I didn't read it. I listened to a video.
Yeah, so they're.
So Kevin listened to the biggest
That's why I
conspiracy
asked.
guy.
So
of
it
all of
has-
them.
being
so wait.
fine. It's the customers, but it's the merchandisers
So-
they go through.
So this
So
is
they have control of that. They can do that.
So okay, this is the merchant, just T-Mobile merchandisers is what they're
Yes.
saying. So these
Yeah.
aren't just—they're not talking about just straight up everyday customers who
No,
use their phone.
no. So-
because that right there would be is the thing that everybody was scared of.
First off, I think that would go against the public commodity
It took
thing.
me 10 seconds
It
to find
should.
that out. By the way,
Yes.
Kevin. Jesus Christ,
should.
man.
Kevin, do some
I
fucking
watched
research.
one video.
I watched one video.
10 seconds of scrolling.
I watched one video. This guy in his tinfoil hat, he looked convincing.
He had an armadillo carapace on his face.
He was wearing a weird chastity belt for some reason. Saying something about No Nut November.
He made a mess too. It was awesome.
And it was
Fuck
we-
you, T-Mobile.
And it was weird when the pizza guy came to the door. Was this a porn?
I didn't order extra large sausage.
No, he came and he fixed the cable.
Oh, weird. You opened it up and a penis is there. That's odd.
Or a pile of shit.
Well, it could be one of those.
It's a scat one, is
It's
what it is.
a feeder.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Ugh,
Jesus.
yeah.
That's another
Look.
commercial break.
That would have been a perfect time. Have you ever had Totinos?
Coffee brand coffee.
No, we got to get like Totinos because they're almost shit.
Yeah. Or
But-
Taco Bell or something like
Nah,
that.
Totinos. It's my whole fucking teenage years.
Hot
Taking
shit.
a Totinos
A.
and fucking folding it in half and making a sandwich out of
Yeah,
them.
how dare you?
A little-
I
a little-
terrible them still. I still
a
love
poor
them.
man's
they're amazing.
calzone.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a poor man's calzone, man.
They're fantastic.
Tim
They
eats
are.
them by the fucking bushel.
It's apparent.
I like Totinos. They're
That's
good.
what I'm talking about.
Put some fucking
$1.59
hot
for
sauce
a
on
pizza.
those things.
That's what I mean. If you have to add hot sauce to it, it's not good.
Yes,
Well,
it
I
is.
like the
hot
kick.
sauce. Hot sauce adds that kick.
Yeah.
I'm right there
You
with
guys are both
Frank's hot sauce. on there.
retarded.
Shit's the best
Fuck yeah,
on it. It's the
Frank's is
best on
good.
it.
Tapatio's pretty good too.
I
for
can do
flavor.
Tapatio's
Tapatio.
great.
I do
Yeah.
that on Mexican food, but for
Cholula.
continental, it's all Cholula's good too.
Cholula
They
is
have their-
great. Cholula's
They got a
good, yeah.
Chipotle one that's amazing. And
They have a garlic one.
Sweet habanero is fucking insane.
Actually, the ones that I really like, I go to Walmart. They have these little. They're different color. They look like mini versions of the restaurant ketchups and mustards. You know how everybody had the like Burgerville or something would have those generic looking fucking ketchup, mustard, and mayo containers.
Vaguely.
They look like the ones that they had at schools and shit too, like the single use, or not single use, but like for a single person to use, not a squeezer.
Okay.
So it looks like those, but they're mini versions of that, and they're all different colored based on what's in them. And their hot sauce is fucking amazing. I gotta find the name of it.
That'd probably help out a lot.
No idea what the name of it is.
'Cause
I'm
you're
describing it perfectly.
Yeah. to
Perfectly.
you.
To a T. I'm describing this.
See, I see the
That photographic memory.
yeah, I see the picnic squirters that you see on tables with a little plastic white cap.
No, not those.
Okay, so that's not that. That's what I pictured.
It's something like that.
Well, now we got to look it up. Now we got to figure that fucker out.
All right, you guys keep talking.
Well, back to hot sauces.
Oh, fuck you.
Sorry. it's about like I got a joke though.
About? Oh, were you just gonna recap your life?
What's It's true.
I was born in.
So let's get back to chapter 6.
Got hilarious. It went downhill from there.
Oh man, it was terrible.
That is a joke.
Get back to chapter 6. My time as an incel.
The halcyon years. Some of those
Man.
drugs. A lot of fucking drugs. What's worse than ants in your pants?
What?
Uncles.
Okay.
That's
that.
it's
Yeah.
a good joke. Oh my god, I hate you. I do hate you. I really do. There we go. That's the one. I'm trying to find this fucking hot sauce, you piece of shit.
You're not gonna find it.
I might. I'm just looking at
Look,
all hot
I
sauces.
will
on
say this
Walmart.
about Walmart trying to compete with Amazon. Walmart has everything on Walmart.com. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, Walmart's like the only thing that could compete with Amazon.
They have Nintendo 64 games packaged.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
It's because they
Do
don't.
they really?
They're
Holy
not.
shit.
It's not Walmart selling it.
No,
Well,
It's the same thing as Amazon.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
third parties.
Third
That's
party
still
sellers.
People
nonetheless.
scam on that all the time.
I can believe it.
Yeah, they'll toss up something that's like highly sought after. Well, nobody has it. Well, yeah, because it's fucking highly sought
Yeah.
after. And here, buy this from me. I'm in Russia.
Yeah, they,
Yep.
they do the
Oh,
same
okay.
shit on places like eBay and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it's still fucking amazing. You go to Walmart's website, type
That's true.
some
You
obscure
can get
thing
them.
and
You can
find it.
get fucking amazingly scammed on Walmart too. That's awesome. Allegedly,
Well,
don't
the-
want Walmart to sue us.
The cartridge showed up just fine. I didn't have a
It
problem.
all depends on
No
the seller.
issues.
The
Yeah.
what?
The Nintendo 64 game I got.
What game did you get?
Well, I got Mario 64.
Good
yeah, I'm
one.
not saying that
Good one.
everybody's on there fucking trying to pull a fast one.
Well, yeah,
All right, I
no.
can't find this fucking hot sauce.
That's
I'm
why.
pissed.
That's why you look at the seller reviews. See how they done in the past.
I mean, there's ways for them to fucking.
Yeah, they can.
Well,
fuck your
yeah,
ass
yeah,
with
but
them,
I'm
too,
saying
if
you
they
have
know what
less
they're
of a
doing.
chance if you're checking them out. You know,
Who are you checking out?
sellers.
Buyers.
You're a creep.
Mm.
How's that-
Fucking creep.
Everybody's
how's that
into
creepy?
something.
How are you getting creepy out of that? That's just being a good.
No, Kevin's thinking of sellers back in the 1840s. It's a double.
Is that a person's name or something like that?
Sellers.
Oh,
Like an
wine
18
cellars. Oh, like quote the Raven.
Nope.
The fucking
None of that. Never
ever
mind.
ticking
All right.
heart.
I
don't know
guess
what you're talking about,
it's a bridge too far for these two fucking retards.
dude. Yeah, you. I think that went over everybody's
No,
head
I
there,
think
bud.
Kevin got it. He
I got
understood-
it.
Yeah,
I
Kevin.
got it.
You're a moron.
What the fuck is cellars, dude?
It could have been two things. Both of them. He knows exactly what I'm saying.
I'm thinking like cellars underneath a house, something like that.
That's one. There's a second type of seller
People that sell drugs.
that sell things.
Okay, from the 1800s.
1840s. I was
Okay.
being pretty specific.
What
with
happened
the
in the 1840s with the cellar?
Never mind.
Oh, you talking about the Native Americans?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the Native
Or
Americans.
others.
The fucking blankets? Golly. Shame.
Thank you.
Was that in the 1840s?
No.
Oh.
No, they actually named a school after that guy.
Cellars. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna let everybody figure.
I don't
this
know.
out.
Honestly, I don't know at this point if he's doing if Tim's just a fucking moron or he's Andy Kaufmaning us.
Meister Druk?
It's Andy Kaufman.
He's Andy
Yeah,
Kaufman.
It's Andy.
Yes.
It's Andy
I
Kaufman
have
time.
no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh look, I wrestle
Oh.
ladies in the
So
ring.
okay, I got another thing. So I don't know if you guys
Thank
have
you,
heard of
Kevin.
this. Maybe
Jesus,
you guys
pick
have.
us back up, bud.
So around 2012, now there's been these
the
investigations
Mayans
to
predicted
this.
the end. I know.
was
Right,
a great
Go
movie
on.
about
too.
that.
Yeah.
So words like systemic racism, white privilege, transgender, social justice, and more skyrocketed around 2012 in news articles and media usage. So people are starting to think that people who've done these investigations into it think that this is one of the aspects of demoralization of our society. This
Dude,
connects to the Yuri Bezmenov stuff.
I have a new theory.
It all
I-
began
I have
in
a new theory.
2012.
I have a new theory. Yeah, I know the Mayans predicted it.
Yeah.
But
Literally
but I have a
skyrocketed.
new theory though on that because I watched 2 seconds of a fucking video.
Did you?
Yeah, like you did.
Very informative.
And here's
huh?
my new theory. My new theory is that AI's doing it. AI's putting all this shit out there because AI's like, well, we don't have arms. We can't just strangle these fuckers.
Yet.
Let them strangle themselves.
Yeah, sure.
And that's why we had marching.
That's why we had marching.
Well, yeah.
So one of the
Look,
things
you can't breathe
so
when you're...
one of the reasons for
Never
this basically kicks off this kicks off the culture war, pitting people against each
Yes,
other.
it's AI. AI's fucking doing
No,
it.
not AI. This was
Allen Iverson is doing this.
the basketball player.
Yes. He had too many tattoos. Angry man.
See the guy with the beard?
What the fuck does
He had like a goatee, right? Didn't he have like kind of a goatee?
Yeah, at one point.
I think that's the look I remember from him.
Yeah,
and
it
then
was
like his 95 fucking tattoos.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was.
He had a lot of tattoos.
Yeah,
Alan
He was.
yeah, that's true.
Iris.
But anyway, so basically, the media, big tech, and the establishment have. This is when they started
This is
stoking
gonna
the
be
culture
Tim
war
looking
fires.
up shit all episode.
I know, right?
2012.
Mayan calendar.
But it's been proven that this.
Yeah, go ahead, look that up.
But
Racism.
there's documentation and actual, studies now that show that this was not an organic trend. It was on purpose.
I've seen
pushed
this
by the
episode
media.
of Scooby-Doo, and it was the fucking it was the parks director that did it. They just pulled his fucking face off, and it was
You
an
know what?
older guy underneath.
I'm just gonna let you guys talk.
I'm kind of interested in this.
I'm having fun with this. Why not?
Continue having fun with it.
2012 was when all these catchphrases came out. And
Well,
that's the whole
December
thing. that
21st,
fucking said that we were-
2012. Was it December 21st,
I like-
2012 when it
No,
started?
it was the year.
No, I wanna know.
Within the year
I
2012.
want to know. Because if it was
it
December...
wasn't a
If
specific
the
date.
first fucking day was then the Mayans predicted this.
Well,
it was not a
I'm-
specific day.
I can't discount the whole AI theory, though. That's pretty
Well, but-
profound if you think about it.
I mean, AI.
I think AI is doing
Look,
that shit.
but the
I
thing
think
is-
they're exacerbating it at least.
But this was a. You got to remember, this is also back before AI was as advanced
How do you
as
know?
it is today.
But advanced. But
and,
how do you know that
I
it
mean-
wasn't part of it?
Well, I'm sure that they used it to boost it, to help, boost this sort of stuff. But the problem is that this was something that was pushed directly by the media. These are
the
article-
media?
yeah,
Who
the-
runs the media?
well, lots of different
Well,
companies.
you know who runs the media,
the
Tim.
establishment.
George Soros.
And that's why October 7th happened. It's a joke. That didn't... All right, we should probably cut
Wait,
that.
let's see here.
No, we're from our sponsor.
I'm actually almost serious on that.
In case you missed it. Shane's an anti-Semite.
I am not. No. No, we've gone over that whole fucking thing over there anyway. The whole Palestinian fucking Israel thing. I don't get the college campuses on that shit right now.
What I just read,
Here we go.
this
Look at
kind
this.
of confused me about
So
it.
you can see this spike right here.
Thank you, Kevin.
Sorry to interrupt, but
No,
you
that's
can see the
why we're
spike
doing this.
right here. These spikes.
Why are you touching...
Fuck off.
So you can see on the chart, and I'll put some of these charts up here. To see, these are different. Around 2012, they just
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. There's a
spiked
chart right
up.
there.
goes from 1980 all the way up to about 2015.
Hey, what type
when
of
you
chart
see
is
these
that?
things.
That's not a Venn diagram, is
No,
it?
it's a graph. That's a
It's
graph.
a graph.
Yeah, that's not a Venn diagram.
But it's showing how much these words and ideas were being used and shared by the media over this period of time. And you go back all the way back into the 80s, and it was not talked about nearly as much, but then you see it
What's
spike
that
around
one little-
Yeah,
2012.
because we made up shit.
What was that spike right there in between, though? Was that
That's-
Rodney King?
That's around 1994, 95. Yeah. So, I
that
mean,
was-
that
Hey,
is during all of those times.
here's a thought.
O.J. Simpson happened in 94.
Look up charts on how often Z and Zer have been used. I bet you not in the 80s.
Fuck no. That's brand new.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
this shit that are made up fucking things that were made up during that time.
100%. And it's been made up within the past, 5, 6, 7 years,
Yeah.
maybe.
2012
And,
was
that's
11 years ago.
Okay, yeah,
It was the
11
Mayans is 12
Yeah.
years ago.
But you see all
Was it
this
12?
stuff
Oh, yeah,
just
almost, huh?
just
On this show,
skyrocket.
yes.
Yeah, according to this
and
show.
also you got things like New York Times, Los Angeles Times, all these big media groups suddenly just start talking about race and racism as if it's fucking going out of goddamn style.
Well, here's the weird thing. Like, I remember growing up and then learning about like the civil rights movement. Wasn't that during real race and or racial tension and racism?
Yes,
Like
yes.
real fucking shit.
Exactly.
Spray people down and send dogs on them.
You had
yes.
to have your own bathroom. Your
What
own
we're seeing
drinking
here
fountain.
is
In certain parts of the country.
this
not
has
everywhere.
has been this is not organic like what that was. That was organic. That happened organically because of the tensions
Homegrown
and
racism.
things that were going on
This
at the
isn't
time.
homegrown racism.
No, this is
This is
This
manufactured.
This is hydroponic racism.
yeah. This is that.
This is
that-
manufactured
that,
culture
uh,
war.
Yeah, hydroponic racism. That's what
There you
I'm
go.
coining
Hydroponic
I'm coining
racism.
the phrase
All right.
hydroponic racism.
But
Ding.
a lot of people that have been looking into this really think that one of the main reasons why this happens is because this happened was because of, you remember back when we had the Wall Street
that was in
protests and stuff.
Early 2000s.
Right. And so you had...
Actually, I think late 90s was the first one.
But you had basically all these people starting to band together to go after Wall Street, the Federal Reserve, all these different financial institutions.
Remember the World Trade Organization shit up in Seattle that happened. The World Trade Organization shit that happened in fucking New York.
Exactly.
And Atlanta, I think, was the other one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There was a bunch of them.
And a lot of these people think that
this is lost his thought.
Because I'm trying to collate my thoughts here.
The world,
but this is all
New World
connected
Order.
to that. It's all connected
Wu-Tang
to that.
Clan.
To basically have everybody
The Wu-Tang Clan's behind all of it. Cream.
have everybody fighting each other rather than dealing with the actual problems that are going on.
No, but that's been a theme forever.
Right, but it's become so much more of a thing over the past 11 years.
What else happened at that time? What was like the advent of, we want to say AI, but what about information technology? When was the iPhone released?
2010, I think, wasn't it?
iPhone was released, we're on 15.
When we actually had browsers at the palm of our hands.
Well, the first smartphone.
Yeah, it was around then.
So I'm
It was,
thinking,
I think, 2009.
so roughly around that time, we also had the information,
The first
Superhighway showed up on our
iPhone,
hands.
because that was the first one.
Yeah.
but it became widespread, I'm sure, by that time where it was like every household had one.
First iPhone, because that was the first actual smartphone. It was the first one that gave everyone a computer in their hand.
2007.
Oh, 2007.
10 years, 5 years prior.
June 29, 2007 is when the first generation of iPhones were released.
Wow.
Well, they were so damn expensive. I mean, imagine after 5 years, everyone had one.
That's true. I mean, people weren't able to afford them right off the bat.
Dude, I didn't even get on Facebook till like 7 years after Facebook started.
That's what I mean. I'm thinking it's probably more than just. I mean, I like your theory there. There's
I think it's
credence to
AI.
it, but
It's
at
AI.
the same time, you take them out. You take the amount of information people now have at the palm of their hands as compared to when it wasn't.
Oh yeah.
But I do think that there is some of the demoralization, right? For
No
everybody.
doubt. I'm not disputing that.
Think about it, Tim. You could have the actual video evidence of something happening right
but now
in front
we
of your
have
eyes.
to fucking doubt it.
Well, here's what I'm trying to tell you. The video evidence could be right in front. Look at the Kyle Rittenhouse case.
Oh,
You can watch the
perfect
fucking
example.
video and go, yeah, he's being attacked.
Yeah. But you still got all these people.
And then you still have plenty of people like, no, you killed him in cold blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he knocked on their door and like, hey, is Mr. Child Toucher
Dude,
home?
there's a lot of
And then
people.
pop.
There's a lot of people that still think he killed black people that
Well,
night.
That was the other thing too. Is like,
Dude,
he
I
murdered a
remember
black
that.
person.
He was dressed in Nazi regalia.
Oh, of course, yeah. He had the.
He
had,
didn't need to have that.
He
weapon.
had the Grand Wizard of the
Yeah.
KKK. Holding
He's
his
throwing
hand
up
the whole way.
legal signs and all that shit.
I just imagine the Grand Wizard of the KKK is one of those flying cloud things in fucking Super Mario, just like
He's
throwing
got like
shit at
a
him.
wizard's like a wand going like
Yeah.
expecto
And he's like,
magica.
Mr. Potter, get over here.
No blackie car. I can see it, but
We're gonna take away that guy's
again,
bicep.
I think part of that. I mean, a big part of it has to be the advent of technology on our hands.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
Palm of
I
our
agree.
hands.
So they actually correlated that social media and suicide of young women or girls
Yeah,
went way the fuck up.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, now the good news
Because
is
the
fucking
bullying,
skyrocketed.
those women are
Well, the-
ruthless. Girls are fucking
yeah,
ruthless bullies.
the good news is though, women are not successful very often at suicide.
well, mostly,
another thing they're not good
Not
at.
to discount it because it's a terrible thing, but it is more of a cry for help.
Attention.
Well, it's
cry
not.
for
Yeah,
help.
it's kind. I mean, and guys when they want to kill themselves, they're just like, no, just
Yeah, they.
pop.
Yeah,
one
They
shot.
don't tell anybody.
They're pretty
They just
easy.
go do it.
No,
Yeah.
that's the other
if they're
truth.
really going to
Anybody
do it.
that's like, we have a friend
Yeah.
who's done it 1,000 times. You know, there was one time where his brother caught him like trying to hang himself in the garage. There's not fucking trying to hang himself. He did the same thing with a knife at a party.
I was there. I'm
Yeah.
the one that
No,
held.
I've got a buddy that
I'm
did
the
that.
one that
Well,
held
he
the
did-
towel on his
with a
wound.
knife at the party. Him and his girl were having an argument, so he fucking cuts his wrist.
in front of like 5 or 6 guys.
Later, then tells me that, hey, I was trying to kill myself. I didn't expect to cut that close to the fucking artery. Those are two contradictory.
That's
Goodness.
contradictory.
Those are not the same thoughts.
Well, again,
So luckily, I don't know. I
if you
mean,
do need help, reach out. Talk
Yeah.
to a friend.
Yes.
Call
Yeah,
1-800-SUICIDE hotline. They're there to help.
I'll give you Tim's number.
I'll talk to you. I'm more than happy to talk to you. Because
Kevin,
there's always another way out.
Kevin, you can delete
Through Christ
you can,
our Savior.
You can bleep this or not. I don't
Lord
care.
Jesus Christ. You better fucking bleep it. I don't need 3 people calling me.
If you could call that number, Tim will be there to help you.
If I could save a life, I'd do it.
Later tonight at Tim's house.
High five! That was good. I love that one. If we were ever monetized, that would take it away right there.
Jesus.
So now Kevin's got a couple bleeps to put into this episode.
Oh, my God, dude. That was good.
That's not one of them, though. That's a good one. I like that. That was funny.
Oh, it's tragic.
It's gonna be funny when your number gets out there.
Well, back to the whole, what the media wants us to hear and see. Is it not to the war, the Palestinian war, the Gaza Strip, and all that? It's still going on, and there's this thing now that people are boycotting certain businesses because they're supporting Israel.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
Starbucks is sending money to Israel, or McDonald's is sending money to Israel. It's like, why is that a bad thing? Because they're bombing Palestinians. They're randomly bombing people.
Well, the weird thing to me is the people that don't know anything about anything over there. Like, I don't have much of an opinion. Let them fucking solve it themselves. They've been fighting each other forever.
Well, from what I read,
I got no skin in the game.
It's like 3,000 years of fucking fighting in that area.
Israel pulled out of Gaza Strip back in '94 is what the internet was telling me. Like, they weren't there.
Well, I mean,
it's not true.
There wasn't a military presence there. They pulled the military presence out.
But they still had settlements.
Nonetheless.
That was the big gripe. They're always going to have a gripe, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't like the Jews.
And that's the other thing, too, is like they're the side that support Palestine, from what I understand, say, well, that's their land that owns, that belongs to them. They're entitled to do what they need to protect it or keep it. And then you got the other side saying, well, they murdered a whole bunch of innocent people. Well, both sides are kind of doing that.
Right. Well, and they've been doing that for years.
Here's the odd thing about the statement. Well,
and neither side gives a flying fuck about America.
Here's the other thing.
Thing too.
Yeah. That's not true.
Well,
here's the other thing that's odd about the statements that, well, it's their land. They're just protecting themselves and talking about the people in Gaza and Palestine. It's like, well, yeah, but they attacked Israel. So isn't that their land and they can protect themselves?
Makes sense.
Is it just circular logic the whole time, or is it just one-sided?
That's the thing, isn't it?
Like, because this is, like I said, the Middle East, it's the Hatfields and the McCoys. They're not going to stop until they all fucking die.
Yeah,
right.
And that's essentially that's both sides. I mean, for a while there, I thought, well, Israel, they'll stop once the war stops. They're willing to stop.
No, they've said that recently that they're not stopping until all of fucking,
they're not going to stop
Hamas?
this time.
Yeah, Hamas is eradicated.
Dead.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, too, you look at it, and every time they've had a peace deal, someone's broke it. And nobody cares to keep these peace deals for long. So
Well, there's no money in it. Peace doesn't make any money.
It's not a money issue over
this
there.
isn't a money issue.
You don't think
This is-
so?
No, it's not a money issue at all.
Why are we sending money there then?
Well, because for us,
It's not a money issue between the Palestinians
between
and the
them,
fuck.
though.
It's
Yeah.
not like they found a fucking patch of gold and one side's like, "That's our gold."
There's a lot of oil.
Oh, it's
right?
our gold.
Yeah.
There's
that's
that's not even an oil-rich area. That's the other thing.
That's
Well,
Iranian.
okay.
But this is the thing. Look, if you look at the Jews went over there and got that land in 47, I believe is when it was.
Exactly.
They turned a piece of shit pile of land into this nice, thriving area. You've got all these other, Islamist-type countries that have turned their fucking, oil-rich lands into, everybody's in poverty except for the fucking royals.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe that's why they're mad, because, this place is thriving, and they're not thriving. Well, who do we blame? The people that are thriving. It's just like here.
Jesus Christ.
You notice how you blame the rich people for every fucking problem you have?
No.
Yes.
I don't know.
All the time.
I just don't like them.
And this is the same problem over there.
I don't blame them.
These people have money. I don't like them.
So
and it's more than that.
So
They hate 'em.
another thing, like countries,
hated 'em for years.
countries like Egypt and stuff, which are bordering Gaza, they refuse to take Palestinians.
Well,
in,
yeah,
you know.
that's the thing. None of these places that are like, well, Israel's being a piece of shit. None of them are like, yeah, come over. It's the same thing here as like with the homeless fucking crisis. It's all, or the
you guys figure it out.
or
Leave
the-
me out of it.
or the border crossing crisis where they're
Yeah.
like, you keep them, Texas, and you're racist for not keeping them. And then they're like, well, you
they
guys
just bus them to New York.
Yeah, you're like, you guys want them so badly in the country.
Here you
Here,
go.
we're going to send them
Yeah.
to you. That's racist. And they're like, what can we do? There's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Or this problem can't be solved. The homeless is the same thing. It's don't fuck with the homeless. Can one stay with you? Not at my country club.
No, God,
Right.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, I
There's
don't
no
even
way
know
they
how
would
I
get their
do that.
shoes shiny enough for them to go on the golf course.
Well, they were doing
I
a
wouldn't
similar
want 'em
thing
stealing my
in
stuff.
somewhere.
That's the point.
They were doing a similar thing somewhere in New York where they would bring migrants over, and then they started going to people's houses and go like, "Hey, will you take in some migrants in your home?" They're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, and
No.
these are all the people that are
These
like,
are all the people who are saying we
that-
need to bring them in.
that's
to
what
the
I'm
they're,
saying.
they're
It's fucking
protesting in the
crazy.
street, and
Yeah.
the interviewers are like, "So then help us out then."
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
They
Like
won't do it.
everybody that goes to these protests and all this other shit, they're all the same people that are going to be like, not in my backyard.
Right,
We're
right.
not doing it at my house.
Because
we can do it at your
yeah.
house.
Because they all do this shit for virtue signaling or to make
Look,
themselves feel good.
I
But
have
then
the-
when it comes down to it, they're like, "Fuck you, I'm not doing that."
I have the same problem with the conservative side that goes, we need more prisons. Well, why don't we put a prison in this fucking vacant field right here that's kind of close to your house?
Right.
Oh, no.
Not
no,
near
not
my
near my
house.
place.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know, but it's the same thing on the liberal side. You got
Yeah.
the liberal side with Martha's Vineyard and fucking going, hey, we're going to put...
That's where it was. It was Martha's Vineyard where they went and did that.
Well,
yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to put fucking, what is it, windmills out in the sea because there's a lot of fucking ocean winds, but it's going to be noticeable to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need that on our view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are the ones that want all this shit.
Right.
Let's fucking put
But
it. If we're
not
going to do it,
in
put it
your
everywhere. Yeah,
backyard.
and that's the
Yeah.
problem. Is everybody doesn't want it there.
They
Yeah.
don't want it. They just want to say it.
Yes.
Right.
They
like
want
you
Well,
said,
yeah,
They
because
wanna-
it
they
feels
just-
good to get those points.
Yeah, they want
Yeah.
to reap the benefits of
they want to
They
be
just go,
seen
"Oh,
as
points."
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
want to
points.
be seen as progressive and they're doing.
Yeah,
they
it's
want to do
everything-
everything to save the whales and save
That's-
the world. You
That's
know?
all. Everything's virtue signaling with that.
Yeah.
This is why I love that. So you talking about save the whales and all that shit.
Yeah.
I love. Have you ever watched the George Carlin bit? I think it's from what is it? Is it Jammin' in New York or Back in New York? Something like that. It's one of the early '90s, and he talks about how the Earth or how people are like, we need to recycle and all this other shit. And he's like, it's not the Earth that's fucked. It's the people.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a believer of that.
100%.
He's all, it's the people. He's
Earth
like,
will be just fine.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
the Earth is going to be just fine, and it's
Yeah.
going to fucking shake us off like a bad case of the fleas.
Fucking A. And then it'll heal up.
Yep.
And
That's exactly
it'll
what he
repair
said.
itself, and then
Yeah.
back to
And the
status
thing
quo.
is, he brought in, he's like, well, maybe the Earth will have its own defense mechanism. Maybe something that attacks the immune system that makes it compromised. So where it gets a cold, then it dies. Talking about AIDS at the
Right,
time.
right.
Back when, the early 90s, we didn't know shit
No,
about
we-
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
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 it was
yeah.
the best way to get rid of the gays.
I know that, was that like a Mormon thing?
Well, that was the belief. Back
No,
then.
at
Only
one
gay
point,
people had,
early
only gay
on-
people had AIDS.
Well, yeah, but
It's
the
all-
lie that we were told when I was younger was that everybody's going to get it from fucking everybody.
Yeah.
And that was a
Yeah.
lie because, truthfully, unless you did intravenous drugs or you got like transfusions and the hospital fucked up,
Yeah.
if you're heterosexual, you're not likely to get it.
Or
I
if
mean,
you had like
the percentage
bloody
is almost
open,
zero.
or you had like a bloody open sore on your cock.
I know you don't believe
You
that,
know?
but you're stupid for not believing that.
No, I did. I never said I didn't believe that.
Why do you have a black eye?
I don't know. I woke up with a black eye.
Is that ghost
That might
beating
be just,
you
it
again?
could be some sort of like.
Dude, I hope you have a demon in here and it fucked you just like that demon in fucking...
This is really happening.
This is the end.
This is really happening.
Fuck you in the eye?
Yeah, I don't know. How
It skull fucked you?
I have no clue.
Tim-
like I
Tim
said,
wa-
it was a wild
Tim
time
was
with
skull
my kids,
fucked
man. They
with
beat the
by
shit
a
out of me.
demon.
Like, my kids hit me.
Call in the exorcist.
You're like,
Shut the fuck up, Dad.
no, I can't let you fucking buy that thing. Oh yeah, Dad, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, and you're fucking such a pussy. You're just
Yeah.
like, no,
Stop it. You're hurting me.
ow, but I'm your
Yeah,
dad.
that's how it went down.
Get your fat ass back here.
Is that what your
Nice.
kids are saying to you?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
They retired that guy from the fucking Family Guy?
I don't know. I didn't even know
Did they?
Family Guy was still going.
I haven't watched Family Guy in years.
This is what I heard just recently, that they took him out of the show because
They're
they're like,
still going.
he's insensitive. It's
Oh,
like, yeah,
come on.
he's a fucking pedophile old dude trying to fuck
It's
Chris.
just like taking
They're trying to
Quagmire
fucking
out.
normalize that shit.
Huh?
It's insensitive to have a fucking pedo on a cartoon, a comedy cartoon. Why is that insensitive?
An adult comedy cartoon.
I don't know. The way you said it was insensitive. So,
Well,
let's-
how is that not like saying it's insensitive to fucking have?
why are you trying to say that they're normalizing it? No, they said that it was a bad taste to have this pedophile character.
It's funny.
It's,
I agree. I'm the messenger. Don't fucking strike me down. Jesus Christ, man. I'm just trying to tell. And I don't know. This is just what I heard on a video.
Kind of like when they got rid of Apu.
They didn't get rid of him. He's on there.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they got rid of him.
I know that was super racist.
That
That
was-
was racist to get rid of him.
this
yeah,
was
like,
n- 9
stupid.
years ago was
They're
the
like-
last episode.
Yeah, they're like, hey, a successful Indian guy. Yeah, let's fucking axe that
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Not only that, but he's one that everybody in the town respects.
Well, and the thing is, what Indian people were coming out going, oh, we need to get rid of that? I think it was all white
It
people
was
going,
yeah.
I'm
Or it was-
offended for the
yeah.
Indians.
Or it was people in Hollywood, you know, that
Yeah,
are always
white
offended
people.
by everything.
White people, it's always the white people that are
Yeah.
offended by
It's always-
everything
yeah, it's
for
true.
no fucking
True.
reason.
Well, a lot of the times, you know, these the racial protests and stuff about racism and all that stuff. It's always white people in those
Yeah.
because everybody else has better things to do.
Wow.
Yeah, they-
Some people.
They
Some people,
just killed
but
him off. That's all. He just died of old age.
He died of too much excitement because he finally caught Chris.
Yeah. Got Chris alone finally.
He's like, oh, man, my heart. My heart.
in his basement with some popsicles.
Oh, Chris. I can't do his
Do you
voice.
like popsicles? I can't do it either. He's got
He had
that.
it pretty close.
He's got that whistle.
Yeah,
in
there's
his
a
teeth.
little. That's what I tried to do at the very end. There's a little lisp, very little
Popsicles.
tiny lisp.
Yeah, he was a good character. But yeah, they canceled the Pooh. I know that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
And
I
they
don't
canceled
get.
Chef.
They didn't cancel
Yeah.
Chef.
They
Well,
killed Chef.
well, no, they got
'Cause
rid of
he
him.
died.
Yeah, well,
He died in real life.
No,
That's why they
actually-
got rid of him.
no,
No, they didn't.
No,
that's
no,
not how it
no.
happened
That's
at
not how
all,
it happened.
Shane. No way,
It
dude.
happened before then.
He quit.
He quit because
Oh, he canceled himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it-
racist
he-
episode.
No, it
No,
had
no,
nothing
no.
to. It had to do.
had
I
to
know
do
what
with
it was doing.
Scientology.
Scientology. They said things
Yeah.
about Scientology.
Yeah, they made fun of
They
Scientology.
went through and said Xenu is going to come and get
right.
you.
It was that episode that pissed him
and
off.
Chef was like, I'm a Scientologist. We can make fun of Christians, Muslims, Jews.
but not
my
my religion.
We can make fun of Kwanzaa. We can make fun every fucking
not
thing.
in my
But
backyard.
we can't make
goddammit.
fun of my religion. That's the
Yeah.
problem with being like, well, you can make fun of everything except what I like.
Yep.
It's like, no, you can make fun of everything. You should be able to make. Why'd you put the Predator soundtrack in there? Oh, it's because Kevin's a
I meant
Predator.
to do this one.
Both of them were unneeded.
I don't know either.
That's what Isaac Hayes did when the fucking Scientology episode came out.
What? I don't even get it.
He freaked out.
He did a Predator. That doesn't even.
Anger. It's meant to represent anger, Shane.
That was a really bad attempt at it.
I don't give a fuck.
You could have
It
found
worked in my brain.
Yeah, your brain sucks. It was great earlier.
Yeah, he gets one a show.
Dude, I've never seen somebody fucking go up to the top of like a diving board and be like, going right in, I'm in perfect 10, and then the pool's empty. And that's what you just did. You dove in it before, and you were great, perfect 10, and then you went back up there, and you're like, huh, that's pretty far down there. It's further than it looks. And right into a fucking empty pool. Good job. That was smooth. So 16 years with the
Smooth
iPhone.
as silk.
That's nice. I didn't even realize though that they actually
We've been alive for the advent of the cell phone. If you think about it,
no
Nah,
cell phone was earlier than
1980?
that. It was
they
earlier than
had
that.
earlier.
First off, they actually had one in the
Let's see.
20s.
oh no shit,
Yeah, they had car phones in the 20s.
Remember
The president had one.
I didn't know that.
They, plus, like in the '80s, man, they had cell phones back in the '80s.
Well, yeah, I was alive
you know.
then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So was I.
Yeah,
So were you.
'84.
Okay.
Before then, though, they had them.
Yeah, 1980 is my birth date.
Okay, well maybe they had some in the cities. Let's
You
find
got my
out.
social too.
Well, we've got your phone number,
Yeah,
birth
let's
date.
just get it all out
What's
there.
your
right now.
address,
Let me get
Tim?
that fucking credit card number up real quick.
Kevin, at the end of the show, can you put up all of Tim's documents?
real quick, just scrolls on the screen. It's like,
Oh,
well, that's me.
first mobile phone was 1973,
So no, you were not alive for
Yeah,
that.
so we missed that.
Yeah, we missed the cell phone.
and it was made
The birth of
by
it. We missed the birth of it.
it was
but
made by
not the-
Motorola.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Duh. Stupid ass.
They're still going strong after how many years now? Fucking
Motorola? I don't
60
even know
years?
if Motorola makes anything
They
anymore.
made the Razr. Still, they just made a new Razr.
Really?
Yeah, they just
Why?
released it because it was such a hit.
So Motorola started in 1928.
Jesus.
I wonder if they were the ones that made the first car phone. Because the first car phone was like in the 20s.
That's called a walkie-talkie, bud.
No, it was a type of phone.
A jibber jabber.
Oh, first car phone was invented in 1910 by Lars Magnus Ericsson, an engineer from Stockholm, Sweden.
There you go, stupid.
What do they use for a transmission of information? How do they get that? Was it a fucking loudspeaker?
No, what they do, they would so
They had a pigeon on the other side
That's what
that
it was,
listened to
it's a
your
mobile phone.
They had a pigeon that just listened to what you said,
Oh,
and then it went back and just like scrolled it.
no, what they did was so it was installed in the car, and then he would connect it with a pair of long electrical wires into the telephone poles installed along the road.
Oh, see, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Because they
that's
had one
not a
that was
mobile phone.
wireless in like the 20s that the president had,
First wireless mobile phone.
and maybe it was later than that.
Car
Maybe it was
phone.
the 40s, but I know that it was early on. It was way earlier than you would expect.
Well, I could see it being satellite, like radio, like fucking ham.
Well, we didn't
radio or
have
something.
satellites.
Well, I'm not saying ham radio or something, because I could see that.
No, it wasn't ham radio.
because they had that in the German War. They had
The German War?
Here we go, right here.
3.
Hey,
One.
German
the
War.
1920 car phone here. Let's see.
Got a
It
giant
was-
fucking antenna in his fucking lap.
yeah.
You have
There we
to you have to hire somebody to fucking carry an antenna
No,
for you.
So
no,
it's-
you don't hire them. You own them.
Oh, that's right. It was the 20s. You could do what you wanted.
So
I'm a man about town.
So it was made by an inventor in Philadelphia using, quote, wireless technology.
Oh, I thought you were going to go using, quote, slave labor.
Well, back then, possibly.
I thought that's what you were going to say. 'Cause I thought you were keeping
Air
with the
quotes,
theme.
China man.
Who was it? Some comedian had a pretty good joke about that. Like, oh, that's the laziest fucking one. We're like, what do we call you? Where are you from? China. All right, China man. Who's your lady? She's also from China. All right, China man lady.
China lady boy.
Yeah, look at that
Wow,
shit.
I think that's
This
time.
is what the portable phone looked like back then.
Did you say
Look at that.
portable?
Portable.
Looks like one of those eye.
Look at that.
Tests.
This is the first iPhone.
Yeah. It was the portable stovetop wireless phone, they called it.
Yeah, it was
It's
400
a
pounds.
fucking radio. That's all it is. It's just a radio transmitter. That's all it
How
is.
do you know?
Kinda.
How do you know?
I mean,
How do you fucking
Because
know?
look at the fucking.
Cell phones had antennas too.
Yeah, but they use cellular transmission.
You use cellular transmission.
No, I don't. I don't transmit my cells whatsoever.
No, your cells transmit into larger cells.
I transmit my cells into the fucking shower drain.
Oh, wait. Is that a jerk-off joke?
Sadly true.
That is sad. I can just see it. Tim's like, I jerk off in the shower because then I don't feel my
Yeah,
tears.
to hide the tears. That's why I like it when it rains.
Just
What-
like,
what-
tear-
no,
like,
what-
tear- like tears in the
What
rain.
fucking movie was that? The line was in the movie, I jerk off so much in the shower that every time it rains, I get a hard on. It's a movie from the 80s, because that's definitely like an 80s line.
That
There were a
sounds like
lot
a
of...
Giant Silent Bob thing.
No, but it was an 80s movie. It was of the vein of like, oh, fuck.
Ferris
what's it?
Bueller type thing? Or
Kind of, but who wrote like 16 Candles? And
John Hughes.
John
Hughes.
Hughes,
It
yeah.
had a John Hughes vibe to it. You know how there were a lot of movies that
That
kind
could
of
have
came
been
out?
like Sweet 16 or
I
16
don't-
Candles or
It
something.
might
like
have
that.
been one of those.
Yeah, it might have been like Anthony Michael Hall might have said it.
Yeah,
and,
but it was one of the characters said, you know, I
said it to
jerk
another
off.
guy or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Said it to as they're walking and it started raining.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I jerk off so much in the shower that every time it rains, I get a hard on. And
Judd Nelson, maybe on
it wasn't a Judd Nelson thing. Because Judd Nelson, he was the too cool guy.
Yeah.
Always in everything. I can't remember.
Well, that's a good line, though.
I thought it was a hilarious.
We got to bring that back.
It's a fucking line that I just remember from the movie because it was like, that's a hilarious line. From like a weird 80s movie. I just don't remember what it was. I remember a lot of weird 80s movies that were like that, like kind of like the whole John Hughes thing, right? Because you had like, what is that? What was it? Pure Genius?
Be another one shows
Was
up.
that the name of it?
That
Or
sounds
Genius?
familiar.
The one with Val Kilmer.
American Beauty.
It wasn't American Beauty.
No.
Was it?
Yeah, it's
No.
it's a line from American
Was it
Beauty.
really an American Beauty? I swear it was
Really?
older than that.
Wasn't American Beauty like 2000?
Like
Something
99,
like that? 99,
I think.
2000, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that was a line from American Beauty. That's
What
it
the
says.
fuck? I thought it was earlier than that.
Now I got Pornhub.
Oh, no,
yeah,
hey,
1999.
Shower jerk off porn videos. Sweet.
Was it Real Genius?
Yeah, Real Genius. I
Oh,
remember
that's
that.
Val Kilmer. That was
Yeah,
a
that
good
was
movie.
fucking cool.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
popcorn.
Yeah. No, when they put the little transmitter to the dude's braces, stop playing with yourself. It's like, who is this?
It was
this
the-
is Jesus.
It was the first Impractical Jokers.
That's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great if Impractical Jokers are like, where'd you guys get the idea? We watched Real Genius.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's similar.
I saw one recently where they showed where it went wrong when they pissed this person off so much, just screaming in a dude's face.
Oh, yeah. And you know they have to get fucking
Waivers
at the end.
Yep.
And, you know, half of these people are going to be delusional. Like, I'm going to be famous. You're like,
Well, yeah, I'm sure they convince him of that.
dude,
It's like, you signed this.
that's
little-
like our friend Jake. I haven't heard anything back from his audition.
Oh, he got an audition? That's cool.
Yeah, but it was an internet audition, so you know.
Nonetheless, that's still
Yeah,
you know,
anybody can get
exposure.
an audition.
Really?
You could have.
Damn.
I know. You could have been like, I grow a beard.
Well, because I think there's like levels to the audition process.
That's exactly what I do when I jack off.
You know,
You're like, you want to see my O face?
It's that angry.
but yeah, there's like there's levels to the
Oh
audition
no, my kids are home.
process. There's levels to the audition process. It's like you get one, and then if you pass that,
Yeah,
they
it's a
move you to the next
prelim.
one,
It's a
and-
prelim.
yeah,
It means
exactly.
nothing. It literally
Yeah.
means nothing. It means, do you have enough talent to not be a complete fool, or do you have complete foolishness that will be great on TV? It's one of the two. And if you have neither of those, they're like, you're ordinary. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of here.
You're not good in exactly.
Well, homeboy
you're not
doesn't
bad
s-
enough.
he-
You're
I
not
think
good
your,
enough.
Your buddy sounds far from ordinary. So he
Oh no,
might
he's a
have chance.
crazy person. No, I want to see this. I want him to pass, but not for the reasons he thinks he's going to
Well,
pass.
that's what make it so fucking awesome.
That's
Now,
why it would be great.
yeah.
He'd be like, dude, I'm the best guitarist in the world.
We've
Nobody
got
better.
It'd be like a William Hung, thing all over again.
Yeah. But
That'd be
people,
kinda funny.
dude, I would. This is what would drive me nuts if people are like, "This guy's a fucking maniac. We vote for him.
Please.
Vote for him." Because this is what he would do. He'd call me up like every week. He'd be like, "Dude, you see this? Fucking won again, motherfucker. I told you I'm the best guitarist in the world." I'd be like, "You're not. It's a joke. It's a giant fucking joke.
Don't even
the
tell
whole
him that.
thing's
Let
a
it-
joke."
Let it go, dude. Let him have it. It's like, dude, you fucking rock, man.
No, I'd be so pissed if he made money off of being so fucking terrible. And the thing is, I don't think he's as terrible as I say. I just say that because he thinks he's so fucking good, and he's not. That's the problem that I have with
Yeah,
it.
it really bothers you.
It really,
That bends you out of shape.
it does because of the delusion.
God
of
forbid
it.
someone have success and you don't.
No, it does because of the delusion of it. The whole not knowing where you actually stand in something. Like the best people that I've met were excellent at what they do and humble about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Eh,
for the most
some
part.
level,
I don't
yeah,
have a
yeah,
problem
yeah.
with somebody that gloats when they do something great.
Yeah, or
and
they're
it doesn't-
confident.
Yeah.
You know,
but
there's
when
a
you're-
difference.
When you haven't done anything and you gloat, it's crazy. It's fucking
a
nuts.
lot of actors have gotten their place because of that.
Huh?
A lot of actors have gotten to where they're at because of that.
Well, some of them.
Fake
some
it
of
till you
them.
make it.
Some of them, yeah.
And I think
but
that's
but
what
I
it
think
is.
And
I
that
think the
works on
majority of
some
the
level,
fake it
but-
till you make it people just don't make it.
Yeah, and there are.
Right.
I mean, there's a far majority.
I was
that
gonna
don't
say
make
there's
it. Yeah.
way more of those.
Right,
Yes.
Yeah, it
However-
works on some level, but then it only takes you so far.
You have to have some sort of talent.
yeah.
You know.
Chutzpah. Some moxie. You
gotta have something to offer.
Yeah, I got you.
What other racist?
Mashugana. You know, a little bit of a shibber shabber.
Oh, I've been chipped.
Shibber. Oh, you've been chipped.
There's one.
You can't say that in this year, Kevin. God. I mean, even though that's what gypsies are known for, is like scamming people and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
they
a
were.
life on the streets. I mean, not literally living on the streets, but like a street merchant type
They
life.
themselves said
If
they have
we
this
lived
silver
that
tongue.
life, we'd be like them
The
too.
gift of gab.
Well, the gift of...
Bullshitting.
Yeah. The gift of gab.
It's not the same. The gift of gab, the
Yeah.
silver tongue there, that's the
Silver
one.
tongue,
But the gift
okay.
of gab is just somebody that's good at talking.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that's
Good at
somebody that's good at
communication.
fucking stealing.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody that's can't say shyster, so what could we say?
We can't say shyster?
I don't
Really?
know.
Okay,
There's
hey.
a lot of things we can't say anymore, Tim.
No.
It's a different time.
Okay.
What a jip.
You know, gift of
You can't
gab.
steal his fucking line that he said and then use it. That was jipping him.
But gift of gab, it's like, you got someone like Joe Rogan who's a
Yes.
good communicator.
Gift of gab.
you
He's
know?
got the gift of gab.
Yeah.
He can talk to people.
Absolutely.
You know.
Now-
Joe Biden does not have the gift of gab.
No.
Does
no,
he have
does
gifts
not.
at all? That's the
I-
question.
I-
that-
Yes,
Apparently
they're
he-
all in his pants.
Apparently, kids like to play with his leg hairs.
I got hairy legs.
And the kids at the pool used to come up, pork chop or whatever. his
Corn
name
yeah.
Pop
was.
was a bad
He's
dude.
good with a chain.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Yes.
Stop bringing up stories from when you were sexually attracted to children.
I like to smell
It's
children's
creepy.
hair.
Dude, there's 1,000
Kiss
photos
their
of that.
ears.
Now, here's the thing. Are they AI or not? Who knows?
We'll
I
never
think they're
know.
pretty real.
No, they look real.
When another politician is pulling their child away from Biden, yeah, there's something wrong there.
Well, he's done such a good job raising his children.
Oh yeah, they're phenomenal. That's the thing too.
Actually, the one that died was pretty good.
yeah, that one.
Bo.
Yeah, no, he was Iraq war veteran,
Yeah.
like fucking
Yeah.
straight laced, all that.
He
shit.
was
Like,
he was the good son.
he was a good dude.
Yeah.
And God punished him and gave him cancer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Said, "Die, motherfucker."
And now all you got left there, Joe, is Hunter.
yeah, you get to have this guy. You named him Hunter. What did
I
you
just
expect to happen?
Just love to see their conversations behind closed doors. You're a fucking moron.
Wait, he named his. Wouldn't Joe Rogan name his kids Bo Hunter?
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah.
That actually works.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not Joe Biden.
Bow hunter.
I think
I
Rogan's
never
got
put
a
it
bunch of
together until
daughters.
just now. Thank you for that.
No, I know he's got
Yeah,
daughters,
yeah.
but he could have
If
named
you were
one
to
of
have
them
a son,
Bo.
yeah, or just name.
You
yeah.
could name
Yeah.
Bo Derek was
Okay,
a chick.
you're right. You're right. Bo Derek. Yeah. Forgot
Bo
about
Bridges. No, that's a
That's a man.
dude.
yeah.
Bo Diddley. Oh, that's also a
Bo
guy.
Diddley.
Beaumont Sinclair.
Bo Jackson.
Hey.
He did two sports. Great at two
Jackson.
sports. That guy was amazing at two sports.
Good athletes.
The softball and
Dude, he was
volleyball,
he
right?
was like one of the best. Wasn't he?
Volleyball.
Wasn't Bo Jackson like one of the best baseball players
Yeah.
for his time?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He
And
was
one of the
amazing.
best fucking football players from his time.
Oh, see, I didn't know he was a great football player. I just
Yeah,
thought he
he
was a
was-
great
he
baseball
Dude,
player.
he was
Yeah.
fucking excellent.
he
at
tried
football.
his hand at basketball too for a little bit.
Really?
He was like him and Deion Sanders were like the last of that.
Dion
fucking,
was fucking
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah,
Oh my
but
God,
Sanders
that
was
guy
Deion was
fucking
no
insane.
But Deion was excellent at football.
Yes.
Nowhere near as good as Bo was at baseball.
Right.
Though. Bo was good at both. Like he was
Right.
top level. Deion was like good enough to play on the team
for baseball.
for baseball,
Yeah.
and he was good.
Unlike
I'm,
Michael
I'm
Jordan.
just saying that like he was still
Yeah,
good.
Jordan was a joke.
Jordan
Well,
was
yeah.
not a good baseball player.
Jordan was like, I'm going to retire.
But
Now I'm
all-
gonna go play
They were
baseball.
all surprisingly good at golf.
Yeah, well, everyone gets good at golf because Jordan got good at golf because he would bet like $1 million on it.
Well, that he was sponsored.
Huh?
Well, Nike took care of all
had-
his shit.
He's probably almost a billionaire,
Yeah,
Yeah.
even with all the gambling.
still gave him all of the stuff.
Dude,
for
that
free.
shoe
I'm
line.
sure. Dude, that's-
all the
isn't it-
Jordan stuff.
Isn't
is
this
like
the fucked up
fucking
thing
huge.
about the world? Is like the richer you get, the more free shit
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yay!
That's the part that sucks.
I heard about that. Some gambler in fucking Vegas was all pissy because one of the hotels took a plane away from him.
A what?
A plane. They gave him a plane so he
Jesus.
could just go travel around.
Well,
and
no,
shit
the
like
reason they gave him a plane is anytime he wanted to come to Vegas, they
yeah,
could fucking bring
and
him to
that's
Vegas.
Yeah.
that's the original
Because
idea was
the
but-
amount of money that they spent on the plane is way less than what
They
they're made.
basically
What
from.
they're
said just-
making off of
Yeah,
him
yeah,
gambling.
And
Yeah.
he would say, "Is like I had to go to New York for my hat, so I just took the plane to New York to my apartment, grabbed my hat, and came back."
Yeah, they probably started to realize like after a while maybe he did it too much, and they're like, "Ooh, we're breaking even on this
Yeah.
one, and we can't get further than even."
Yeah,
Fuck you, no
So they-
plane.
They pulled the plug on the plane.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's the thing about the high rollers. The high rollers will get so many things. Like, there's plenty of stories of people going down there to Vegas, like winning couple $1 million and shit, and they're like, hey, we'll put you up in a penthouse and shit. And then by the end of the week, they're down $10 million.
Right.
You know, and it's like, oh, that's why they do all that shit.
No, I don't think there's a doubt in my mind that that's.
Oh, it's
definitely
100%.
what happens, but
Yeah.
there are those that know how to play smart and walk away. That's just it. There are those that,
There's this one guy, I don't know if you know or heard of the guy, Mickey. I can't remember his fucking last name. But he keeps claiming he's like this. He came out of nowhere.
Well, there's
Mickey,
this one game that all of them swear by that you play. And it's the best. It's the best odds, and pretty much this one guy figured it out, and then they started banning him from casinos because he kept winning.
Oh, well, that's what they'll do, man.
Baccarat.
Baccarat. That's what it was. Yeah.
Baccarat's the game that I like.
Yeah.
And the reason Baccarat's great is it's not that it's just that you have the best odds in it. It's not that you can like figure it out. You can. It's not. You can't figure it out.
Well, he did so well with it.
But you can do absolutely well. That was Phil Ivey that I was talking about.
Well, no,
Phil,
is that my guy?
Oh, I don't know your guy. The guy that I was talking about when we were talking about Baccarat, he won like $4 or $5 million. So this is the way Phil Ivey did it. What he did is he would find places that would allow him to do like $100,000 limit or $1 million limit or whatever it was, right? And he knew that if he won, because he was good enough at it to win about, I don't know, 70% of the time. So if you went to 4 separate casinos, okay, you lost $1 million here, but you won at these other 3.
Right.
So you've made way more than that $1 million you lost. And then you would just do that to over and over. And that's what he would do, is he would go around and do that. Well, he went to one casino, and he's like, I'll play. It's got to be these limits. We're using those cards because he could tell which fucking cards were coming out. And I forget what the other stipulations. And the casino said yes to everything, and then realized that the cards were, it was their fault. The cards were marked, but it was their fucking fault. It wasn't his. He never touched them, never done anything like that.
I think we talked about
Yeah,
this.
we did.
Yeah.
And then they ended up taking all the money he won because they're like, you can't have that. This is the
that's
fucked up.
fucked.
Well, no, here's the fucked up thing about casinos. They can do that.
Yep.
Well, I guess they
There's-
probably
it-
can.
So here, card counting is not illegal.
I know it's not, but
Right?
they can kick you out and ban you from the
And
place.
take your money that you made off of it.
That's fucked.
Even though it's not illegal. I think that's total bullshit.
That is total bullshit.
Yeah, so that, and the casinos
legally,
have-
it's not the winner's money anyway. It's the casino's money, no matter what.
until you're paid out, yeah.
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 So they can.
But the casinos have actually not paid out to people that have won like massive on a night
I believe
because
it.
they go, well, there's some suspicion here, so get
Right.
out of here.
Yeah.
They're like,
See, in those
what?
situations,
and you would think that was back when the mob ran it.
Yeah,
No, it's now.
But you would
Still
think,
happens.
You would think that they would have to give some sort of have some evidence or something that you were doing something wrong.
So anyway, the guy's name's Mickey Mace, but I don't know. I don't trust that this guy made money playing fucking cards. I really don't.
Because he looks like a piece of shit.
No, it's not that. It's just he came out of absolute fucking nowhere.
Uh-huh.
And then so remember how there was that long string of fucking like influencers that came out of nowhere, and they would all have like tons of money all around them and fucking being like, yeah, and showing this crazy lifestyle. They were all renting that lifestyle, right? You know, and having like, sure, they might have had this wad of cash, but all the other stuff was like 100 with ones under it. You know what I mean? Like they were making their lives look way crazy. He came out during that same time. And just out of nowhere had bags and bags of fucking like $10,000, you know, in stacks, or in rolls all throughout the bags. Like, you know, 50 of these, like $500,000 one bag, 500, you know, I mean, just crazy amounts of money. And he's like, I win all this gambling. I'm the best gambler ever. And it's like, where did you come from? Because people would have noticed you with all that, all the weird tattoos that you have all over your face and shit. Like somebody would have talked about you. I have no idea where the fuck this guy came from. Now he's getting on like poker streams and shit. I think that there's a lot. There's been other people in the past that have done this whole thing of sneaking their way in by making themselves seem like they have so much clout that they never had.
Toby
Well, hey,
Maguire,
like the guy
I
you were
don't know.
talking
I've
about
never seen that
before,
movie.
maybe he had some sort of financial benefactor.
the actor.
Who's that movie?
Toby Maguire? He's an actor.
Who?
He's a terrible fucking actor. Spider-Man?
I've never. Who is this spider
That's
person?
what I'm talking about, dude. That kid's a terrible fucking actor.
And Tim, it's 2023. Spider person.
Oh, yes, sir. Spider, sir.
Spider Z.
Hey!
But you said that you didn't know where this guy got all this
No
money.
fucking clue.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he had some financial benefit.
This is what I'm thinking. This is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking
Mommy
is,
and daddy.
well, that's the other thing. Like maybe because I mean, same thing. Like Dan Bilzerian, right? That's another guy where. I assume that he has won a ton of money playing poker because he plays a lot of really, really light games, like where the people are bad, and he's just marginally enough better than those people.
Yeah.
He doesn't play the hardest games, right? So he plays against like billionaires and shit that are bad at poker.
Right. They're not like top challengers.
Yeah.
Or
So he
anything
does
like
that, right? But Dan Bilzerian, he's a guy that his dad was like a corrupt fucking finance guy, and Dan had a fucking trust in him and his brother in their names that was going to hit when they were like 30 or whatnot. Weirdly enough, like right around the time the trust hits, he all of a sudden blows up in poker and said he made all this from playing poker.
Huh.
You know?
Yeah.
And then, dude, I just go into a rabbit hole on Dan Bilzerian. I remember seeing him kind of pop up out of nowhere too and thinking this guy's a douchebag. Like he was trying to live like he was the Hugh Hefner of our times. You know, like he had just ladies everywhere.
Oh yeah,
and
hot
shit.
women all around.
Oh, tons of
yeah.
hot chicks. And so I mean, like he was trying to do. I mean, he bought his way into movies, right? So you know the movie Lone Survivor?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's bought himself into that movie. He's in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, he bought himself into the movie. He paid money to get into the movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is that Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one with
okay,
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I remember.
Pretty good movie.
But yeah, I mean, this Nicky guy or Mickey guy, I don't know where the fuck he got his money, and it's just weird to me that you get these people that kind of come out of nowhere. Because there's been a few scandals recently in the poker scene where people have been scammed out of like somebody just got scammed recently out of like $1 million or lost $1 million in a fucking in a game that had had a mechanic in it. You know, somebody.
Oh, okay.
So this guy basically bought the trust of people by playing at regular games, and then had a home game, and then got somebody to help him win all of it. And
that's what
it's like over $1
is?
million. Yeah, mechanic somebody that
Screwed over all these people.
that can fucking fix the cards.
They played the long game with these people, you know.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean, look, a long con. Look, some of the best movies have long cons in them.
Fucking A, they do, yeah.
Matchstick Men.
Catch Me
Yeah.
If You Can.
I haven't seen that.
That's
you
a good
ruined
one.
it for me. Now I can't watch it. Fucking spoiler alert
There's
next time.
a classic
I
one
don't know.
called what is it? Not the Score. It's,
Matchstick Men.
Kevin, was it Matchstick Men?
No.
I think you're talking about Matchstick Men
I think it might have been that one.
with Nicolas Cage.
Was that Kevin Costner?
No, it was Hugo Weaving,
Hugh, fuck off.
and he was like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
I think Aaliyah died there, right?
Aaliyah died in the Queen of Desert.
Oh, it was called The Sting.
Queen of the Damned is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
No, it's called The
Look,
Sting.
we're doing the
I
thing.
got you.
The Sting.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not that.
You fucking idiot.
He said, "Oh yeah, no, it's not
And I did it so nonchalantly that it worked.
that." Like you're the one who brought it up. And That's fucking good. Kev's like, "Oh, okay." I stand corrected.
Look, I like it. You ended it with a little bit of laughter, a little bit of clapping. Thank you for listening to this show. Happy New Year's, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year's. I hope everyone has a great time. Remember, if you're feeling down and out, you need someone to talk to, don't call me.
Tim's number is at 30 minutes into the show.
But do check out velvet-alley.com for all your adult pleasure needs. Fantastic toys, fun times. Check them out.
And go.
CoffeeBread.com. Yep. UBS 1.
Coffee Brand Coffee.
Kevin hasn't had any of these. He's a liar.
He used the coupon code GPS1 to get 5% off.
Dude, you almost lost it.
I don't drink coffee.
Kevin's like, fuck.
And if you don't like coffee, you can get their teas too.
Yes, Kevin has low T. Goodbye, everybody.
We all do.